Get ready for an adrenaline rush straight from Silverstone. The British Grand Prix is heating up, and we've got some scorching news for you. Mercedes is flying low in the rain. The rivalry between McLaren and Red Bull is on fire, and our beloved Lewis Hamilton is coming up with genius ideas to shake up the grid. But hold on, there's more. Adrian Newey is keeping everyone on edge about his future, and McLaren has technical updates that could change the game. And to top it all off, we have a bombshell about the driver market that will leave you speechless. Join us for a quick lap through the latest in F1. If you love staying up to date with all this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. Let's go. The safety car is off the track. Guys, let's talk about the final practice session at Silverstone, and wow, what a madness. The rain fell hard overnight, turning the track into a real challenge. But guess who's smiling? Our beloved Mercedes. George Russell showed he's got the sharp edge and led the practice with an insane time of 1:37.529. But our idol Lewis Hamilton wasn't far behind. He came in second, just 0.035s behind. That's right, Mercedes is showing its claws. And look at this, McLaren didn't want to be left out of the party. Lando Norris completed the top three, just 0.185s behind Russell, proving that the Brits are flying at home. Now, here's a surprise. Carlos Sainz of Ferrari in fourth, ahead of Max Verstappen. The Flying Dutchman was fifth, more than half a second behind the leader. Is Red Bull struggling in the rain, or are they just hiding their game? But not everything was smooth sailing, folks. Max spun at Brooklands, giving everyone a scare, and Pierre Gasly had an oops moment at Club, ending up in the gravel, causing a red flag. Towards the end, everyone started pressing the qualifying mode button. Fernando Alonso and Sergio Perez showed they've still got plenty of fuel in the tank, finishing 8th and 9th respectively. So, what do you think? Is this wet practice a preview of what's to come this weekend? Is Mercedes back for real, or was it just a scare for Red Bull? Leave your thoughts in the comments about this craziness at Silverstone. Now let's talk about something that's got everyone in F1 on edge, the future of the genius Adrian Newey. Imagine this. The guy who's practically the Merlin of aerodynamics in F1 has his contract with Red Bull ending in 2025. So, what's he going to do? Well, he said he'll decide by winter. Some are talking about retirement, but hold on. Can you imagine Newey designing cars for other teams? Meanwhile, he's focused on Red Bull's hypercar project, the RB17. But let's also talk about McLaren. They brought some technical updates to Silverstone, but it seems not everything is working as expected. Lando Norris had to go back to an old front wing during practice. Did things go wrong with the updates? This development battle is tighter than a podium fight on the last lap. McLaren and Red Bull are clashing on track and behind the scenes. So what do you think? Leave your theories in the comments. Who knows, you might just become the next F1 oracle. Now guys, we have a last-minute bombshell for you. The driver market is hotter than the pit straight at the end of a race. Reliable sources have just revealed that Esteban Ocon has already signed a contract for 2025. And guess with whom? Haas, my friends. That's right, the Frenchman will swap Alpine for the American team at the end of this season. All this movement shows that the F1 chess game never stops. Ocon must be excited about Haas's improved performance this year, and the new team boss Ayao Komatsu seems to have been crucial in this negotiation. So what do you think about this game of musical chairs? Will Ocon do well at Haas? And who will take the Alpine seat? Leave your bets in the comments. We're nearing the final stretch of our chat, but hold on, there's more. Guess who decided to play chief engineer and suggest some rule changes? That's right, our beloved Lewis Hamilton. The 7-time champion has some crazy ideas to balance the competition in F1. He must have been inspired after seeing Mercedes fly in the Silverstone rain. Lewis is proposing methods to reduce the gap between teams after the rule changes. Remember that wind tunnel time thing? Well, he and Russell are suggesting it be based on championship points, not just positions. Imagine if that happens. Will we see tighter battles? Or is Lewis just trying to give Mercedes a hand back to the top? We're going to explore Hamilton's wild ideas in the next few minutes. Is he trying to be the Robin Hood of F1, taking from the rich to give to the poor? Or is it just another strategy to leave Red Bull flustered? Stay tuned, because this story promises more twists than Eau Rouge at Spa. Just imagine the impact of these changes. Mid-grid teams could get more wind tunnel time, while the top dogs would have to make do with less. It's like we're redistributing the cards mid-game. But is this fair? Or rather, is it enough? Some are whispering that this idea might be just the tip of the iceberg. What if we start seeing even tighter budget limits, or stricter development restrictions during the season? The thing is, Hamilton's suggestions aren't just about making races more exciting for us. They could completely change how teams operate, invest their money, and even hire drivers. Think about it. What if suddenly being the champion team turned into a disadvantage for the following year? This could create a yo-yo effect on the grid, with teams moving up and down the standings each year. And it doesn't stop there. These changes could even affect sponsorship contracts and deals with engine manufacturers. It's a chain reaction that could shake F1 from the pits to the FIA boardroom. The big question is F1 ready for such a radical change? Or will Hamilton's ideas end up shelved like so many other controversial proposals from the past? One thing is certain, the debate is just starting, and it promises to heat up more than brakes after a descent in Monaco. All right, guys, after all this emotional roller coaster, let's land with some news that will leave you with a bigger smile than Daniel Ricciardo's. Check out the fantastic news Zach Brown, McLaren's boss, brought us. Mercedes' power unit for 2026 is promising to be a real rocket. He's so confident that he's already guaranteed McLaren will continue partnering with Mercedes at least until 2030. That's longer than many relationships, huh? And it doesn't stop there. Brown is predicting an epic battle for 2025. Imagine this: Red Bull, McLaren, Mercedes, and Ferrari all scrapping for victory. For Mercedes, this is music to their ears. After a few lackluster seasons, it looks like the Brackley team is ready to come back with full force. And with Hamilton still driving, at least for now, who knows, maybe that 8th title will come. And McLaren? Well, with this powerful Mercedes engine and the talent of Norris and Piastri, they might be about to revive McLaren's glorious days. Just imagining it gives me chills. So guys, what did we learn today? F1 never stops surprising us. From wet practices to fierce rivalries, from Hamilton's wild ideas to promises of super powerful engines, not to mention the driver market twists, the F1 circus continues to be the greatest show on Earth. And you, what do you think? Will Mercedes return to the top? Will McLaren be a force to reckon with? Will Red Bull continue dominating? Will Ocon shine at Haas? Leave your craziest predictions for the future of F1 in the comments. Don't forget to give a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell to not miss any news from this crazy F1 world. Until next time, speed enthusiasts.